Forgot to turn it down. Slightly earlier. Video games. For a very specific reason. I was actually planning on starting streaming like 2:45, 3-ish, but something came up. Somebody wanted some help, something. But anyway, back on that bullshit back here. Hello. Quite a few things to go over. First and foremost, I'm streaming a little early for a specific reason. First off, yesterday, intended on streaming a little bit. First off, Lost Planet, and then this game at some point, but unfortunately, I couldn't get Lost Planet to really work. Games for Windows Live sucks. Unfortunately, that's the case. And then today, I was gonna play a little bit of the Halo. What was it? Halo 2. Halo 2 is coming out today on the Master Chief Collection for PC. As a free update for those who bought the Complete Edition or whatever it's called. I was gonna play a bit of that on the multiplayer side of things for like an hour or two, and then move on to this. But also, once again, shot down by the fact that the update hasn't come out yet until 5 p.m. West Coast time, and I'm East Coast, so it's gonna be even later. So that would be roughly 8, 9 o'clock. So by that point, I don't even think I would be streaming for too much longer of this game in particular. So I'm just gonna start streaming slightly earlier than usual. Also, something family might come up later on. I might have to abandon ship for an hour or two. Hopefully not. We'll see. Depends on a series of events that are uncertain and adjusting and planning differently and stuff like that. Anyways, but yeah, let's get back on that bullshit. Chaos Child, we left off at after several large bombshells, the story started really picking up its pace and really started showing exactly where it's going. So I'm interested to see where this is going. You know, I really want to see what's happening here. I also extremely enjoyed playing with my Steam controller here last time, so I will do it again. Only because it makes playing this game slightly easier. It's not fun to rest your hand on your desk to be next to the enter button for hours on end. So this is a good way to relieve that stress. I think the battery might be fucking going out. In all honesty, it might be. I don't know how to check it. Maybe if I go pick big picture, maybe? Let me see her. One sec. That's the problem with the Steam controller. It's really great, but Steam itself, I don't know. Steam's similar to Google in some aspects, where a lot of their stuff just doesn't make sense, you know? Foreman hat. Whoa! Yeah, the controller just died on me. Yeah, the controller's dying. I wasn't sure if I saw that going crazy yesterday, but or not yesterday, the other day. How the hell do you pop these things out? Oh, hold on. Okay, now I'm pressing buttons in Steam here. Let's get in a big picture. I'm trying to pop out the battery. It's supposed to be this. I see. That's one of the buttons for the back things. Oh, fucking Christ! How do you pop these out? Hold on. Now it's gonna take even longer. Steam controller, battery removal. Let's see what's going on. How to change the batteries in the Valve controller. Let's take a look, everybody. How to change the batteries in a Steam controller.
Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to change the batteries on this Steam controller.
Oh, this guy! My mate Vince, I've seen this guy before. He's made a couple videos based around the Switch.
To release the back. So there's a little slide switch here.
You're like, oh, look at these interesting things you can do with this Switch. It's my mate Vince, yeah!
It just pops the back off.
I remember him. I remember the voice distinctly.
And then you will see that there's 2 plastic tabs here and here.
Yeah, that's the triggers.
Up to release the battery.
You have to push them up?
When you push that up there, battery
What?
here.
You push them up? Hold on. Stupid. How does this work? What? Wait, let's... Oh! That's kind of cool, actually. Oh, the battery, you can see it's slightly expanded in my fucking... Oh, I'm glad I'm taking them out. I'm glad they're dead. This shit... It feels like I'm doing it wrong, but it's not. There's like a weird system where there's something that pushes it forward, the battery, out of the slot, and it's using the mechanism for the trigger, the back trigger buttons or whatever, to push them out. It's kind of cool, but jeez, does it feel wrong? Good thing I have a bunch of double A's here that I can dig out of my box. God. You'd think it'd be easy without a couple double A's, but they're just jam-packed in there. My mate Vince here. I'm going to show you how to take out the batteries of a Steam controller. This controller feels nice in the hand. I cannot... It's hard to not play visual novels without it anymore, honestly. I played Steins Gate Zero in my living room for quite a few hours with it before, and I really enjoyed it for that specific purpose. Don't buy a Steam controller just for visual novels, obviously, but boy, it comes in handy. Alright. Everything's good, everything's nice. We're back in order, baby. Alright, we're gonna... Trying to get out of full screen here. There we go. Let's get this shit on the road. What? JonTron put out a new video today at 3:13 in the afternoon, 10 minutes ago. Thank you, JonTron, for popping up on my phone. Oh shit. Why is it not doing borderless gaming? What the hell? It's not working! I don't know, I must have took them off the list. Whatever. Back to bullshit, back to bullshit, back to bullshit, back to bullshit. Continue. Quick load. Or no, just load, just load, just load. So we left off after the explanation of Gigalomaniacs and the MC here is a Gigalomaniac, he's a psychic or whatever. This game spins it in a slightly more understandable and interesting direction, which is kind of nice. But yeah, anyway. The town was filled with noise that threatened to swallow her whole. I don't know the context, and there's no backlog right now. I messaged Mal, he likes to be bothered for these sorts of things. I'm also streaming earlier than I usually do, so him being Swedish, it's probably like 9, 10 o'clock, and he didn't notice or something? I don't know. That is a good point, though. He is not here yet. I mentioned before to myself at the very beginning of the stream, but I'm streaming slightly early because I might have to leave the house for a little bit. Hopefully, maybe that won't happen. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But that was just the way she wanted. Shibuya was a town that accepted anybody and rejected everyone. It was the only place that would let her be a part of it now. That's sort of a... was a town that accepted anybody and rejected everyone. Okay, so yeah. That's illegal. I'm not allowed to stop streaming. She moved her legs forward valiantly amidst the hustle and bustle. Or the rejection thing, because that's also probably illegal. Forward, forward. Each step she took, her face twisted in horrible pain. Or at least, that's how it seemed to her. She didn't know if the pain was actually appearing on her face. Oh, it's illegal to go outside? I'm not going to go within 6 feet of people. It'd be the first time I left the house in probably almost a week, I think? 100%. Her face was covered with scars and shielded by long hair that hid her hate. But as she dragged her legs down the street, no one in Shibuya stopped to look at her. It's like a weird family thing, I'm not sure. She was grateful for that, but at least at the same time, she hated it. A flame burned within her womb. It was a flame of hatred. Why in her womb? She has nothing but hatred now. The businesswoman who'd passed by her on the street, the empty-headed students, the happy couples, the miserable-looking old people. She hated everyone. I didn't realize we're playing hatred now. But she hated them most of all. She hated the ones who abandoned her. She hated the ones who had done this to her. If they hadn't abandoned her, this wouldn't have happened. The hatred burning within her womb. What is up with her womb? She was the hatred. The hatred? Yeah, the hatred. The power she'd gained that day. It was all for this. Only the joy of revenge drove her forward. Forward, and then she didn't notice that the people who had passed her by but turned back in surprise. She didn't realize it herself. Hell? She was laughing? Where's this going? She was laughing so hard that anyone could hear. Dude, she's a fucking crackhead. Like black smoke from a flame rising toward the sky. She raised her voice and laughed. As somebody who's visited Philadelphia, that place is a shithole. I've said that quite a few times. But, specifically downtown Philadelphia. Okay. He seems to have finally remembered their existence. What sin has he committed? Not yet understood. So, okay. Stuff that's also out of context still. But it's almost the day of judgment. But you pass a lot of weirdos on the street, man. You pass a lot of weirdos. I will never forget it. You had to get used to people begging you for money left and right, and you have to tell them no all the time. It's kind of sad because it's, you know, the homeless, but most people are just looking to buy drugs with it, probably.
マジでやばくねてか流行るとおかしくね
Oh, my neck cracked in 30 different places.
1枚持ってこうぜ
やばいってそれマジやばいって
Let's take it, it's popular. I like popular things.
あ先輩あれ例のやつじゃないですか
例のって
先輩知らないですか
They're selling sumo stickers now?
シール
いやいやいやまたまた嘘っしょ知ってて言ってるんしょ
They're all over the city.
知らないって
マジっすか今めっちゃ流行ってるっすよ
流行ってんのあんな気持ち悪いのが
That's part of the reason I like them,
流
though.
行ってるってのとは違うかほら例の連続殺人事件あれ
あのシールが
Wait, what? I guess it probably wasn't right where they were found at all the sites of the murders, you know, the weird
な
ones.
んで
So they're popular because they were part of the murders?
なんでか
official?
は知らないっすけどでもなんか意味あるんじゃないっすか
力士シールねなんかそのまんますぎだろもっといいネーミングねえのかよ
ほらここにもあるじゃん力士
うわめっちゃ増えてんじゃんてかあんた何やってんの
これちょっと可愛くない
They're not cute. They're not supposed to be cute, man. They're made of a Rorschach test.
どんな趣味よ
Jesus Christ, they are brainwashing people.
マジで
Oh no.
それ
This is gonna be like a Garo Froggy situation, but even
なん
worse.
か気持ち悪くなんだよねほら気持ち悪いっつってんじゃんうっそ可愛いって絶対
あれそれ何つけてる
Crocs with a Q. It's the same exact logo.
例の力士シールおしゃれっしょ
あいいですねそれ
でしょでしょ
Froggy?
これ流行らせ
No, the Garo Froggy,
T
the
シャツ
little
とかに
keychain
ちょ
guys.
っとプリントとか可愛くない
They were in the first game.
あーでも不謹慎とか言われそうじゃないですか
I do want one too. That's the thing. I'm sure they're real now.
だよねマジであでも
なんかグッズとか作ります
いいね。ソックスとかさ、かわいい。
I'm reading really fast for this part. We get the idea. People are changing their thoughts on these stickers. They're getting brainwashed.
焦げ臭くね。
ああ、
I'm so hungry, but like I really don't want to make spaghetti right now. I don't know why people like spaghetti so much in the first place.
なんかほら、最近この辺で火つけて回ってるやついるらしいじゃん。
Serial arsonist.
なんか聞いた。
それもほれ、あれのせいじゃねえの？
あれなんなの？
That's not what they're not.
一緒なんだろ？
Whatever.
ニュージェネだろ？
Oh, that's all you have. Okay,
そ
that
うそれ、ニュージェ
that
ネ。
makes more sense in that case then. I
シ
should
ブ
probably
ヤ
like.
マジやばい
Am I
って。
downloading something? I keep seeing my bitrate go up and down. Hold on one sec. Technically, no. I'm not seeding anything. Am I downloading an update that I don't know about? No. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Gonna go pillage my kitchen. Sounds like a plan. Get her done.
このように今回の事件の日付はすべてニュージェネレーションの狂気と呼ばれる6年前の事件と一致しております。そこにどのような関連があるのかが注目されているわけですが、これについて
そうですね。関連があるのはほぼ間違い。
See, I wish you would have like the TV on or something, you know, slightly mix it up.
事件が同一犯であると決めつけるのはまだ時期尚早ではないかと思います。
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Lost Planet 2. You turned 10 yesterday. I like that game a lot, so I'm just happy to see that it's still relevant, semi-relevant.
入手するのは比較的簡単なんですね。したがって何者かが同一犯の犯行とみなすために現場に残したという可能性も考えられます。
その場合はやはり捜査の混乱を狙ったということでしょうか。
Yeah.
そういうことになりますね。特に今のようなネット社会ではそうした情報は早く出回りますし、騒ぎに乗じた便乗殺人ということもないとは言い切れないでしょうね。
まだまだ謎の多い事件ですね。こちらの事件に関しては後ほど改めましてたっぷりと検証していきたいと思います。さて次のニュースはこちらも東京渋谷ですね。連続放火事件のニュースです。
So yeah, that's news to me. I'm not sure if I've ever heard that. Like arson attacks or something? Oh, chapter 6 now. Okay. It wasn't even chapter 4. I wasn't sure what chapter we were on at that point. Especially because the save doesn't tell you what chapter you're on, which is kind of annoying. Things are getting hot. Now it makes... Now it's not... This stream's title is Things Are Getting Hot. And it got an arsonist running around town. That was completely unintentional.
しかし信じられないな。まさかAH 東京総合病院でそんなことが。
Shinjo Takeshi frowned as he leaned back on the sofa inside the messy office. Fraser Corporation was located in the second floor of an old multi-purpose building in Sakuragaoka. Sure. At this hour, the 20 or so desks in the room were mostly empty, but that didn't mean that things weren't busy. Investigation companies like Fraser did a lot of work outside the office. It was precisely because they were busy that there was no one here. That's a good thing then. 3 people were having a serious discussion inside the empty office.
まあ、新庄ちゃんが疑いたくなる気持ちはわかるけど。
In front of him was the CEO of Fraser, Momose Katsuko.
お前なんかに嘘ついて何の得がある？
Kurosawa Tomiya was sitting further away from him, not bothering to conceal her displeasure. It was clear that she had no intention of being friendly with him.
もちろん信じないと言ってるわけじゃない。あの病院にいろいろ妙な噂があることだって知っている。それにこうして生きた証人もいることだし。
Shinjo looked at the other person on the sofa. It was a tiny little girl.
あの子が本当に施設で被害者たちの世話を？
ああ、そうだ。
今彼女から事情は聞けそうかな？
やってみてもいいが、失望するだけかもしれないぞ。
え？
それがね。
私、帰ります。お願いします。私、帰ります。あそこに返してください。
Yeah, they should have just let her be, honestly.
ずっとこの調子。
I don't know why they abducted a child.
何を聞いたってろくに話してくれやしない。
百瀬さんが苦戦するのは珍しいな。
Shinjo stood up and dragged an office chair over to the sofa the girl was sitting on. He had sat down as slowly as he could so as not to scare her and then looked at her in the eye level.
山添浮君?
He tried to speak as softly as he could, but she still shivered at his voice.
怖がらなくていい。僕はおまわりさんだ。
おまわりさん。
そうだ。だから安心していい。
おまわりさんなら助けてください。
もちろんだと思う。だから教えてほしいんだ。君を真っ暗な地下室に閉じ込めたのは誰？
私、あの人にさらわれてきたんです。だから助けてください。元の場所へ返してください。
Yamazoe Uki looked at Kunosato just for an instant and then looked back at Shinjo begging. Why is it frozen? Did stream freeze? No, that was okay. Whatever. Dude, Twitch kind of sucks.
これで私も立派な誘拐犯だ。
I hate Twitch, honestly.
逮捕してみるか。
I much prefer YouTube streaming and the back end of things. But I don't like how there's specific things with that, and plus, Mixer sucks. I mean, I haven't really tried Mixer, I can't really say that, but...
なあ、ウキ君。
It's a platform in general since my Microsoft and all this other shit.
君は地下でひどいことをさせられてたんだ。だからこうして助け出されたんだよ。
ひどいことなんて何もありません。私はただ皆さんのお世話をしていただけです。
You're an 8-year-old taking care of a bunch of old people. I guess I have a Twitch following at this point? I don't fucking care.
私がいないと。
In all honesty, I've gotten more random viewers off of YouTube than Twitch whenever I used to stream a little bit on YouTube before as well. That's another thing too, it just kind of randomly... Oh, why is this in my recommend? I got a lot of people just popping saying, why is this on my recommend and all this shit? And I'm like, I don't know. You're not talking to YouTube here. But, Twitch is a lot more harder to break through as far as getting viewers and stuff, so. I also don't like raids, so I just have that off except for friend raids, like if it was a friend or somebody that I know, you know? Because I've been raided a few times, like when I was about to get off, about to stop streaming, 9 people randomly join and watch the stream. Like, what the fuck? It's exactly. It's just, BAM! 30 people watching it. I'm like, why? No! I mean, I didn't really care as much. Like, I fenced it a lot. It's a bad habit. Like, it's not bad, but I mean, that's cool, I guess.
参りましたね。
That's cool, I guess. I mean, that's how you work the system as far as if you want to get views, but I really don't care as much.
劣悪ですよね。普通女の子がそんなところに帰りたいって思うもんですかね。
So like, I don't know, for me personally, streaming is first off a hobby. And then it's a good way to play through single player games without being alone all the time. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. In this particular case, Malberg really likes to watch me play this sort of stuff, so.
ロボトミーや電気ショックの痕跡はない。ちゃんと脳の検査をしないと断定はできないが。
Just if you were curious.
長年の軟禁生活で自分の境遇に疑問を抱かなくなってしまったんだろ
う。虐待されてる子供と同じか。
Plus, who knows? Like, I make videos time to time here and there. I use some of the footage for videos occasionally. Like, I have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of Death Stranding footage because I streamed the entire game because I thought I was going to make a video out of it. I haven't touched it. Fucking 8-10 hour streams of just Death Stranding. Alright, anyway. As of now, the police had no reason to make a move on AH General Hospital. None of the evidence he'd gathered had been acquired by legal means. Exactly. He'd hoped that Yamazoe Uki's testimony would allow her to function as a whistleblower, but that was looking unlikely.
そうだ。ウキ君、この少年を知ってるね?
Shinjo took a smartphone out of his pocket. It's one he borrowed from one of the younger officers. He picked out Miyashiro Takuru's photo from the ones he'd taken out of people involved at the Hekiho Academy photo shoot. Yes.
彼のスマートフォンを君は拾ったはずだ。彼が
その人なら何回か会いました。でも、そのスマートフォンって一体何ですか?
She doesn't know what a smartphone is?
は? 何?
その子ね。最近のものは何も知らないわよ。
This kid's weird. I mean, she was also trapped in a basement taking care of the elderly, but Shinjo thought for a moment, then pointed to his own phone.
これがスマホだ。これと似たようなものを彼が落として君が拾った。覚えてないかな?
It's like she's an elderly, but it was made into a child. That's the thing too. She's clearly younger, but these experiments that had taken place, apparently that she was involved with, were more than a decade ago. So, or not more than a decade ago. They were like 7-8 years ago, this game's timeline. So, she should not be a child. That's why it's a mystery.
落ちていた場所にすぐに戻しました。
戻した?
She's frozen like Walt Disney's head.
君が持って行ったんじゃなくて?
Pretty much.
持ってなんていきません。なんだかわからないものは怖いです。
Okay.
でも宮代君によればそのスマホから電話がかかってきたって言うんだ。
スマホというのはそうやって写真を見る機械じゃない。
That is indeed correct. They can make phone calls. That's why they're called smartphones. Alright. Momose giggled a little. Shinjo glared at her and then turned the phone around and brought up a number from the address book. He tapped the number. The phone rang for a moment and then an extremely irritated voice answered.
はい。もしもし、有村ですけど。
Arimura picked up?
こうやって電話ができるんだよ。
Why did he call Arimura? Alright. Shinjo turned up the volume so Uki can hear it. Uki didn't seem to care.
そう。もしもし、一体何なんです？用がないなら切りますよ。
いや、用ならあるんだ。しかも大事な用が。
お断りします。
Alright, now.
即答はないだろ
う。ねえ、新庄さん。私ってあなたの恋人かなんかですか?
Don't say that because there was an illusion that did that. I don't want to think about it, please.
いやいや、待て。別にそういうつもりじゃ。
She's underage, please.
なら、ストーカーってことでいいですね。
よくない。困ってる。
How could she turn around on the phone? You can't turn around on the phone.
出た。女の敵の決まり文句。それでお小遣いをせびったり、お金のために変なバイトをさせたりするんですよね。最低のダメ人間。
真面目に聞いてくれよ。大切な話なんだ。頼む。
Shinjo finally managed to quiet her down and told her about the AH Tokyo General Hospital and Yamazoe Uki. Yeah, so we kidnapped this child from his hospital basement, was taking care of the elderly with supernatural powers, and then he asked Uki a few more detailed questions, this time so she can hear it. And as a result...
どうだ、有村さん。
全部白ですよ。真っ白。その子、嘘は一つ。あと、今回の一連の事件についても、本当に何にも知らないですね。その子が犯人と関係あるとか思ってます？だって。
Thank you. Shinjo's shoulder slumped when he heard that. He saw that Kunosato's did too. This lady's gone cold. She'd probably thought that she'd learned a lot from what she wanted to know from Yamazoe. Again, why'd you kidnap a child? A child! You kidnapped her! We're beating around the bush here. This is a child, like in physical form at least. A child. 8 years old. that's taking care of people in a dark basement by herself.
もしかしてデートに誘ってるつもりですか？
未成年をデートになんて誘ったら警察クビだよ。じゃ、またな。
またって、もうこういうのやめてくださいよ。何度言ったらわかるんです。
I'm waiting for the hang up. There it goes. He ended the call before Arimura could say anything further, and finally the room fell quiet. No one spoke for a while. The only sound was Yamazoe Uki mumbling, "I want to go home," as she stared at her feet.
まあ、その子に関しては。って言っても、食事と寝る場所の提供くらいで、大したことはできなさそうだ。
I would honestly sneak her back. I mostly stood up and rolled her tired neck. There was an unhealthy popping sound. Oh, I just cracked my neck. Don't make me think that.
あっちの方は一からやり直しか。
I don't know if it's nothing. You kinda, yeah.
地下施設の本格的な操作ができないか手を考えてみる。
I mean, like, you got a lot of info off of the terminal down there.
踏んだところで、またどこかから圧力がかかるわよ。
でしょうね。
Dude, now that I had coffee and woke up before noon, I feel like I'm full of energy and positivity, you know? And tomorrow when I wake up, it's gonna be slam, 1 o'clock, and I feel like shit. Yeah, I'm a whole new man. When I wake up, there's, honestly, it's polar opposite. You can tell if I woke up in the morning and had coffee, or if I didn't. I'm telling you, it changes the way I act to a T. I wake up at 3 in the morning and then I drive out to some crackhead's place and buy opioids, yeah.
何です？何かおかしなことを言いましたか？
I'm gonna watch her in my wheelchair.
似てきたじゃない？あの人に。
Oh, then he starts convincing he starts out. Oh, okay. That's good. Opioids might be what gives him the advantage. That's the end of the lore? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't call it lore. It's a subplot.
どうかしら。少なくとも、いい死に方はしないわね。
Come on, just 5 fucking years. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, man. That whole story is hilarious. I love how they come up with that shit. One of the paths that can be taken. Yeah, it's one of the plot points. It's one of the endings for this plot point. First one was made by Finance Milk Girl. I don't like the name. Alright. Popular online journalist Watabe Tomoaki was murdered on the afternoon of the 10th at a school in Shibuya. Police had become more convinced that the killer in this case is the same as the other murders' pattern after the return of the new Gen Madness several years ago. Watabe visited the school to talk to the students and coughed up sumo stickers and died when he was on stage. Watabe's stomach was filled with a large number of the mysterious sumo stickers, and it's believed that those are what choked him. As the sumo stickers are seen everywhere on the streets of Shibuya these days, they seem to think that it was impossible to track down where the killer found them. Watabe had previously noted out the relationship between sumo stickers and the other mysterious tests that took place on the 7th, 19th, and 29th of last month. The police are assuming there is no connection, or there is a connection there. Gatsuan Desu. I don't know what that means. In before this is viral marketing scheme by some, yeah, somebody was murdered, and it's a viral marketing scheme for a sumo wrestler. Obviously, the kids he was interviewing did it. Why the fuck would they kill? Why would they kill him? There's a huge shadowy conspiracy involved in this. All the victims are people who tried to find out about the conspiracy. The ones behind it are also the ones behind the original New Gen Madness. They also eliminated the person who designed the sumo stickers. I bet the kids he was going to talk to are in danger too. The thing is, the church from the first game that was originally responsible for most of the murders and the hubbubs, it's not confirmed or denied if it still exists or still goes on. So it could be, could not be. I don't know. Let's see here. Gatsuan Death. Again, I don't know what that means. The thread's almost 1,000 pings long. Why you guys like sumo so much? Gatsuan Death. Let's try this. Okay, Google. What does Got Swan Death mean? Fuck.
物体を動かす力。いわゆるテレキ
No, not Swan Death. Oh, fuck it, whatever.
それが先輩の力。
Swan Song. I looked up Swan Song. I was done with the thread anyway.
僕の力。
Again, I don't know if that's the case, especially because
見てください。動けと心の中で。
this is taking a strange turn.
念じる心の中で。
The thing is, specifically, like some of these can be explained like that, like the door unlocking on its own, stuff like that. But in the hospital, when they were first sneaking in the first place, you have that psych ward locked door that it's electronically locked. You need a key card to go in. There's nothing physical to move around. It was just electronics. So it doesn't explain that, you know? Unless somebody pushed a button on the other side, I guess? I don't know. What's he trying to move? Okay, I guess he's telekinetic. Never mind. Oh, this game's getting absurd. This is crazy.
驚きました。
Animation! Look at the book, it's floating, it's going up and down. More powerful than you thought? Dude, you moved the book.
君の能力、この目でじっくりと見させてもらった。
This is completely different from the first game. Completely different. Like, I mean...
これからはその能力を使って、私の渋谷ニュースを手伝ってくれないか。
One thing that bothered the first game, he has godly power. Well, so it's confirmed that Kunosato, Arimura, main character Takuru, forget the other one. Fuck. Somebody else I think was there too, but I know those three are confirmed to be Gigalomaniacs, or I guess you can sum it up to just plainly psychics, I guess, which involves, mental powers like telekinesis, I guess. She wants me to help her. Shibuya News. Now you treat me with respect. I see. Dude, she was an asshole to you in the basement. What the hell? Now everyone's like, yeah! This has got to be fake. This is gonna flick off right here in a few minutes. I gotta mute my phone. Oh my god. He's gonna wake up. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is too pandering. And then he's dreaming. Yeah, alright. Huh?
起きた。
Especially when the first sign that I thought of that was Arimura showing a sign of respect because she kind of lit her face up whenever he lifted a book. And saying, it's better than I thought. And then you had Kunosato going like, smiling first off, which never happens. And then you got her, I want you to work at Shibuya News. Come with me. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. I looked at the clock, it was already well in the afternoon and approaching evening. Sounds pretty familiar. I met with Arimura and Kunosato at Cafe Alax, and then come back here late last night, still confused. After that, I got home and thought, and then done some research on the internet, and finally got to sleep around sunrise. That's why I was only getting up now.
ったく、人が心配してきてやったのに、気持ちよく寝てやがるんだもんな。
タクはのんきだね。
Yeah, he's probably slept a solid
なんだお前ら
amount of hours. Like 12 hours or something. Surprisingly, I leapt out of the bed.
なんだってご挨拶だな、君は。
みんなタクを心配して様子を見に来たんだよ。
Dude, my mom got like bugged me the other day because I slept till like 3:30 or something.
僕をなんで
She's like, yeah, I was worried about you. You're not waking up. You know, you can get dehydrated. I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. I'm just fucking sleeping. Leave me alone. I'm a morning person, though. I really am. Naturally. Why the fuck are you here? I've never seen you leave the room. My brother's kid was crying all night, so he's still sleeping, LMAO. Well, at least he's knocked out and dead for now. Got some peace and quiet.
ちょっとタク、そういう言い方はひどいよ。花ちゃんだってずーっと気にしてたんだから。ねえ。
You know, I got you. Oh, the baby. The kid. Not the baby. I don't know the age. Whatever. The kid. The child. Okay. Kazuki was worried about me. She'd come all the way out here? That's the thing, is she's changing. She's changing. If she actually opens her goddamn mouth, maybe I'd like her more as a character. I'm not a big fan of Squid, though.
結構いろんなことあったろ昨日。
Bitches born after 1995 only do 3 things.
気にしてたよ。
Play ESO2, eat dried squid, and lie. Or not talk. Just not talk.
まさか昨日のことベラベラ喋ったりしてないよな。
What? Uh-oh.
もしかして話したのか？
Uh-oh. She knows. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
って言っちゃうんだよ。
だって、のんちゃんには隠し事しても
I would have told her anyway. It's gonna end up like that. Yeah, Karusu was pretty sharp, and I couldn't even imagine a girl like Sarika being able to hide anything from her. I gave up and fell back into bed.
いけなかったかな。
Sarika looked apologetic as she fiddled with her Garofroggy strap. That strange noise.
話しちゃったもんは仕方がない。
Knowing Karusu, she was probably really upset now.
それでクルスはなんて？
ああ、私は今動けないから、代わりにあなたたちのタクのそばにいてあげてって。
She's like having a bad time.
それだけか。
I'm just glad she didn't die the other night because she was getting sent off in a taxi and on
危
her
険な
own.
ことするなとか、能力なんてバカなとかなんとか。
そんなことなかったよ。
だってあのクルスだぞ。それだけのはずないだろ。
Again, the game does this where like it has these sprites they just loaded up and they're using to keep the story going, and then stops using them randomly.
それだけ。
だよな。
I just don't get that. Use the sprites. Something to look at. I rubbed my eyes, still sleepy. Okay. Something didn't seem right.
昼間新庄さんから電話あったぞ。お前が探してるスマホのことで。
Ito slapped his hands together as if he just remembered something important. I quickly stood up, and that was one of my biggest concerns right now.
新庄さんなんだって？
Again, not using the sprites. I eagerly pressed Ito for more information. Shinjo had said he intended to spend the whole day getting info about that Yamaozoe. I can't talk. Yamazoe Uki girl. Of course, I'd told him many times to ask about that phone. Probably he did.
ああ、それがな。
But the answer I got was one I wasn't expecting.
あの子は持ってない？
ああ、一度拾ったけど、すぐに元の場所へ戻したそうだ。
So now we don't know who has the phone.
そんな言い訳、新庄さんは信じたのか？
Gone through the lie detector test. Yep.
嘘はついてないって。
有村が？
Which meant that she wasn't lying.
じゃあ、僕の携帯から伊藤に謎の。
You have to take into consideration that Arimura can lie about her being wrong too, but I don't think she has any motivation to do that.
それも彼女は無関係だってさ。
そっか。つまり、スマホを持ち去った犯人。
So who took your phone? I don't know. picture. And how do they have managed to use my phone to call us and threaten us?
とにかく宮代のスマホは引き続き捜索してくれるそうだ。だからさ、とりあえず新しいのを買ったらどうだ？
タクはね、やっぱり私たちの真ん中に
Bro, there's no more club. It's disbanded. It was done after the interview. Well, the interview never happened, so I don't know. I don't know, man.
なんちゃんもタクとお話ししたいときにすごく困るって言ってた。
そっか。
I'm the leader. It felt kind of embarrassing, but I knew that only these guys would say something like that.
確かに今のままだと。
Yeah, you don't have a weird Emoto sort of situation where you gotta go to the store with your little sister.
わかった。早めに新しいスマホ手に入れるよ。
Just get a cheapo one, man. Don't buy the expensive shit. Something to call on. That's it. Because you're gonna get the other phone back and you're gonna have all the stuff you want to know.
続きってどの話の続きだ？
久野里さんの言ってた能力だよ。本当にありそうなのか？
Bro, I don't know.
ああ、それわからないな。ちょっと非科学的すぎるし。
It's rooted in some sort of sweet, weird pseudoscience at the very least.
どうのって言い出したのは宮代じゃなかったっけ？
それは
お前には見えたんだよな。有村が出した剣みたいなの。
You also have that definitive proof that
まあ見える。
There was a sword thing that you saw that nobody else could see. I remember his sword. I think she called it the Dai sword. Definitely looked real.
そいつが見えたってことは、やっぱお前は能力者ってことだろ？久野里さんもそう言ってたし。
I guess she's the expert. So.
相変わらず久野里さんの言うことは信用するんだ。
I keep forgetting these fucking girls have racks. I just don't get it. They all do. They all do. She treated him pretty badly in the basement of the hospital. Maybe he was into that?
おいおい。なんだよその目は。
Wait, what did I miss? Oh.
俺は別にそういう趣味はねえぞ。
いや、そういえばお前、クルスを怒らせるようなこともよく言うよな。
I don't know, bro.
あれもわざ。
うわぁ、しんちゃんって変態さんだったんだね。
Says the person with a bunch of dating mags above everyone's head right now.
やめろよ。
Plus, you also asked everybody before they went to bed who they like, and nobody gave you an answer. Izo dragged us back from the original topic. This was definitely suspicious.
いや、能力とか言われたって、自分の意思で使えたことなんてないしさ。ラブホテルとか。
I remember Kuno-san.
鍵を開けたのは僕の能力だって。有村久野里さんは言ってたけど、半信半疑なんだよ。
The door to the hotel room might have never been locked in the first place, and the others might all just be coincidence, right?
ちゃんと試してみたのか？
試す？
お、だってさ、やってみなきゃ使えるかどうかわかんねえだろ？
Suppose you're right.
案外できるかもしれないもんね。
Even the normally disinterested Kazuki was staring at me with curiosity. Everyone wants to believe in this. It was rare to see her like this. Maybe she was interested in psychic powers and the occult.
そうだな。
I believe everyone there is interested in the occult.
それともタク、一人で試してみたりした？それでダメだったとか？だったらしょうがないけど。
違うよ。僕がそんな馬鹿げたこと一人でやるわけないだろ。
I won't do anything that stupid by myself. I lied. Actually, last night I tried and it hadn't worked.
じゃあやってみようよ。ね？いいじゃん。減るもんでもないし。
Takaru needs to like think ahead of his conversation
けど
sometimes.
やるったってどうすれば？
Because most of their responses are pretty easy to pick up on what they're going to say. It's very strange. I don't know what's going on the stream, by the way. It seems to be dipping in and out of connection a little bit. Let me know if there's any issues. I tried that and it didn't work.
ほらほら、タク、念じて念じて。
念じるって何よ？
そうだな。
And now it's just like my dream.
ほら。
The book.
分かったよ。やるよ。やってみる。けど期待はするなよ。
Yeah, I don't know. I got like some dropped frames for some reason. I don't know, man. Streams are whack.
5本。 それでは挑戦していただきましょう。宮代拓くんです。
They're making a show out of it? Oh, that's great. Suddenly, Sarika stood up straight and gave me an introduction and a round of applause. I had no choice but to stand in front of the book and get ready. I raised both hands slowly and concentrated. This is really like your dream now. I stuck my hands out quickly. Then the pages of the book slowly started to...
やっぱ動かないね。
not do anything. I'm sorry, that was a funny tweet. I glanced over at my Twitter, which is always open, of course. Have you guys heard about the Tony Hawk pre-release shit? Or not re-release, it's like a remaster. Yeah, well, we're buying groceries like this now. We're buying groceries like this now, from now on. Anyway, back to video games. Why? I also noticed that... also... two men. They're everywhere. Alright, responding to people. Back to shit. What do you think's gonna... It's gonna be a magic show? What do you think is gonna happen? It's different when it's a school. It's my RV.
でもよかったね、タク。
Why are you glad? Sarika opened one of my mountain views and smiled. I hadn't seen her take one from the refrigerator. Sarika handed out each of the plastic bottles she was holding, and then she took out two more from the fridge. She gave one to Kazuki. Is she even gonna drink it?
後で金払ってもらうからな。
なんだよ、ケチくせえな。
That is being stingy.
一人暮らしは何かと金がかかるんだよ。
Actually, wait, can I get a mountain view, please? Can I get a Baja Blast over here, please? That was 4 bottles in total. I had to go buy a new pack.
Thank you. で、何がいいんだよ。さっき言ったろ。よかったね。
Are you still laying in bed, man?
ああ、うん。
I can't tell if you got out of bed or not. You probably did.
もしもタクにそんな能力があったら、命を狙われるかもしれないってことでしょ?
I guess. I don't know.
命を狙われる?
Because they're assassinating people that have this ability, which is what Kunosato had explained earlier. After everyone left, Sarika's words repeated again and again in my mind. It's a nice transition.
もしもタクにそんな能力があったら、
We just heard them. We know what she
狙われ
said.
るかもしれないってことでしょ?
There's a chance that all the victims in these murders, they were calling them the return of the New Gen Madness, had psychic powers. That was the conclusion I'd reached as well. If I had the power that Kunosato and Arimura had said that I did, I could be a victim too. And Arimura had said before.
あなた、殺されますよ。宮代。
I guess that's what she meant, now that we know that.
殺される?
But her ability is detecting if someone's lying or not. What about... yeah, I don't know. Normally I'd be excited that my theory about psychic powers had been proved correct. But instead, why did I have to start worrying that they'd come after me? Because it's directly related to you now!
どう考えたっておかしいだろ.
For one thing, I couldn't use any psychic powers. See, I tried, nothing moved. I focused and nothing started floating. I wouldn't try anything until you talked to Kunosato about that personally, but I knew for a fact that I didn't have any powers, so even if other people said they did, or I did. But what if? What if the killer mistakenly thought that I did, in the same way Arimura and Kunosato did? Again, if you saw the sword, you were confirmed! This guy's stupid. In that case, even if they were moved, they were wrong. My life would still be in danger. Saw this crazy looking sword a little girl pulled out of nowhere. No one else could see. I don't know. The door? Again. Was someone here? But the others had just left and there was no one else who could have come here. Again, this person lives in a trailer park, or not even a trailer park, a homeless park in an RV. Could it be someone who wanted to kill me? Oh, yeah, this is getting suspenseful. Can't use them, I don't have any powers. Get a gun. Oh wait, it's Japan. But despite my pleas, the door slowly opened. Play again. Yep. And honestly, was pretty suspenseful. Honestly, like it's kind of creepy.
Taku, you are tadaima kaita zo.
なんだよ、驚かさないでよ。
I staggered back and sat down on the bed.
せっかく例のもの持ってきてやったってのに。さては、女子かと思って期待してお。
Damn straight, I wish you were a girl.
そんなんじゃないよ。
まあまあ、お前くらいの年なら誰でもあるこった。ってわけで、ほれ。
Gen tossed me an issue of Cool Cat Press and stuck out his hand. To be honest, I didn't feel like it, but
500円でいいの？
毎度あり。これで今日もうまいビールが飲める。
How much of those magazines typically?
少しは貯金とかしたら。
わっかやろ。男は酔い越しの金は持たねえってな。
I don't know if that's a good advice, but
お前も男ならケチケチすんじゃねえぞ。
Well, don't be stingy is one thing.
ないと女子には。
わかったわかった。
Like, don't be stingy, but don't go spending all your money all the time. Like, don't be.
男ならとこら。
Ooh, I pushed Gen out of the room and shut the door. The room became strangely silent once more. Do you have a lock on that door? Do you actually have a lock on that door, man? The occasional passing of a train seemed exceptionally loud, but it was gone. The silence had returned. Shibuya Station was very close, but once you got even a little bit away, it became like this. Normally I love the sounds, but today it felt a little lonely. Don't look at me. Leaking noise. Revolving dead. And the goat swan death. Okay, so that's what they dubbed the murder. Okay. They all had the stupid names, but they were all brutal murders. And
もしもタクにそんな能力があったら命を
she said in a smiling face, I just realized.
くそ、冗談じゃない。
I flipped open the new Cool Cat Press to take my mind off of things. The page read, "Polish your hidden talents to make girls love you." Whoa. October 12th, 2015, Monday.
はい、終わり。ありがとう、ユイ。
So we're back at the home here.
いいっていいって。のの姉にはいつもいろいろ任せっきりなんだもん。私だってもう子供じゃないんだし、こういう時くらい頼って。
Girlfriend, you got stabbed. That wound needs to stay still. You need to lay down all the time, constantly. Yui smiled as she finished disinfecting the wound and applying the gauze. Nono was a little surprised to see her smile look just like an adult's. Yui and Yuto had come to the Alba dorm at almost the same time as Nono and Takaru. At first they were still young and it took them to get used to life here, but now they were an indispensable part of life at the dorm. Of course, it had been 6 years now, so perhaps that was only natural. It's really natural at this point. That's right, Kurusu told herself. People can get used to anything. Humans are adaptive, man. They can adjust to basically any situation.
どうしたの?
Even if they mean suffering and mental state, but...
なんでもない。大きくなったなって。
As a collective species especially.
何? 急に。
Whatever.
だからなんでもないんだって。 ちょっと思っただ
And
け。
at the same time, she thought to herself, Takaru. I had to protect this no matter what. The things she'd built over the last 6 years. Her family. And...
いいののね。また勝手に動き回って悪化させちゃダメなんだからね。
The way Yui stood up when she talked was just like Nono did. It felt a little embarrassing to watch.
ごめん。それにしても、タクル兄もタクル兄だよね。痛がってるのの姉を置いてどっか行っちゃうなんて。口では文句ばっかり言ってても、タクル兄は本当は優しい人だって思う。
You're wrong. You don't know what's going on.
そう言わないであげて、ユイ。タクルはタクルなりにいろいろあるのよ、きっと。いろいろって？それは。
Of course. He's investigating a murder. He's probably gonna die over it. So I would imagine. Kurusu knew that Takaru didn't want to hurt her. Takaru was just struggling as hard as he could. Against the circumstances he had found himself in. Against the world. But...
わからないけど、いろいろよ。いろいろ。変なの？
He still didn't realize that sometimes the only thing that brought was sadness. They'd kept Takaru's past a secret for his own sake. There was nothing to be gained from digging up the truths of the past. I don't know. So why?
とにかく、もうしばらく安静にしておくこと。これは父さんからの命令でもあるんだから。わかった？はいはい。
はい。
返事は1回。はい、わかりました。
I don't know the word for sir or ma'am. So I can't do a drill sergeant way of doing it, whatever. Yui said the line that normally Kurusu would say and then left the room. Kurusu chuckled as she watched her go. And then she took the phone off the side table. A moment after she turned it on, the phone's wallpaper appeared. It was a photo of her family. Her dad, Yuto, Yui, and Takaru with a blank expression on his face. I don't know if that's quite blank, but you know, whatever. It was one of her most important treasures. Same as Takaru, that's why he's going for the phone. She stared at it for a long time, then after a moment's hesitation, opened the photo gallery on the phone. It was Takaru mixed in along with many of her other memories. He had the same flat look on his face and it almost made her laugh out loud. LOL! At the very bottom of the gallery was a picture dated a long time ago. It was taken 6 years ago, just before the earthquake. There was 3 children in the picture. Nono, Kawahara, and one more. Oh, don't. We know who this person is, but you don't want to acknowledge it. She quickly hid the phone behind her back. Is it bad to look at your phone right now? What else are you gonna do while you're laying down?
お友達が来てるよ。お見舞いだって。友達？やっほー。
Sarika softly opened the door and came inside.
元気？元気だったらこうして寝てないから。
That's also true.
そっか。じゃあまたにするね。冗談よ冗談。はい、
Sarika came inside, moving a little more carefully and softly than she usually did. She sat down next to the bed.
お茶とか持ってきた方がいい？
Ain't no thing, brother.
いいよ。
I just had a mountain view at, you know, Takuru's RV. It's a fine delicacy. Sarika smiled as she watched the door close.
ゆうとくんもしっかりしてきたなーって。
I feel like every scene they're at the house, like, oh, these two really grew up.
まだ甘えん坊だけどね。
They really grew up, man. They really. He is spoiled, though. Yuto was shy, particularly around people older than him, but he seemed okay with Sarika. It was probably because Sarika had been around Tokuro for so long.
ここに来た理由よ。お見舞い。怪我の具合なら電話でも話したでしょ。なのにわざわざ来るなんて。
I suppose that's true.
やっぱのんちゃんにはかなわないな。当たり前。で、どうしたの？ちょっとね。のんちゃんの様子がおかしいなって思って。私が？
Whoa, what's going on with this music here? The music's killing itself.
電話の声がね。
It's just like stop. Sorry, it stopped. Alright.
何言ってるの。怪我してるんだから元気がないのは当たり前でしょ。それはそうなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかな。とにかく変だなって思ったの。だから来たの。セリカ。
I guess I can't fool you either, Nona thought to herself.
のんちゃん？どうした？
Spit it out, spit it out.
そうじゃない。そうじゃない。
Hug that no-no pillow if you have to. The bear. No hesitated for a moment and slowly took the phone out of her behind her back. I can't talk. There was only one thought in her heart. I had to protect everyone. That was all. If she couldn't change things, they'd be put in danger. Takuru. Her family, the rest of the newspaper club. So Nono had made her decision. What she couldn't say until now. What she didn't say until now. She would tell everyone. What the hell is gonna get? What is she gonna say?
言ってたわよね。例の病院の地下で、これ。
Now she wants into the case. It was a picture Nono had been looking at a moment ago. There was Kurusu, Nono, Kawahara, Masashi, and one more child. The very child that they mentioned a few times.
のんちゃん、これって。
I guess I was too sharp to pick it up earlier.
こちらの歴史シールがどういうものかを見てみましょう。
Oh my god, that... I never noticed! Look at where that RV is! Look at where it is! It's like... Shit town here. What the hell is this? Where do you get inside? Where do you go inside? It's so cramped, man. Alright, anyway.
まずこの歴史シールというものが最初に街中に貼られ始めたのは2007。ただのいたずらだとも、あるいは宗教的、呪術的な意味があるとも言われていますが、それも単なる噂の域を出ません。ただこの歴史シールが最近になって大量に貼られ始めたのには何らかのメッセージが込められているのではないかとインターネットなどでは話題になっているということですが、ここで若者のサブカルチャーなどに詳しいゲストの方を。
What?
誰が何のためにやってるのかわからないなんて気味悪いですよ。
Everyone's talking about the stickers now.
この歴史シールと言われるものがデザイン的にどうであるかという点を考えてみますと。
This is exact like when okay. This is getting Metal Gear Solid 2 territory for me. And that's a good thing. That game explains a lot of ideology stuff and psychology, more philosophical stuff. Especially particular with culture as a whole. And really strikes the same chord to this game. Except it's instead of just discussing it and how it's a bad thing in some aspects on these things or whatever, in this it's using those theories in practice in the story and trying to implement it. It's really cool. I really like it. I really like where this is going. But none of them had reached the same conclusion I had yet. Of course they hadn't. It was way too far-fetched. But a while ago I had been confident. I'd been sure of my theory. And Kunosato and Arimura had confirmed it. Again, eventually I'm going to get to that Metal Gear playthrough. I want to do it! It's on the list! I didn't believe it in anymore. Or specifically, I didn't want to believe it. Because if these powers existed, it meant that I had to be a victim too. I might eat my own hand, or rip open my stomach and shove a speaker inside. Or have my head ripped off, or my stomach filled with pieces of paper with faces on them. I might meet the same fate as everyone else. Same end on the... Alright, whatever. A sliced arm. I have to go over it again. A bloody stomach. A severed head falling off its neck. Eyes that wept blood. A wide open mouth. The sumo stickers pouring out of it. I felt that if that happened to me... Let me think of this over. So we have... I'm just out of curiosity, because this is where the murder mystery aspect comes in. I like to think of this shit. I went way too fast. So we have an arm, stomach, a severed head, eyes, and mouth. So far we have... Like, these are all, like, different aspects of... I don't know. I could be just reading way too into it for this early in the game, but, like part of me is, like, the 5 senses. Because, we have... Like, arm could be touch. This could be taste. This could be sight, or not sight. What would that be? That's the thing, too. That's another... This theory falls on its head because of this... That doesn't really matter as far as senses go, but like sight, and then that's like another taste thing. I don't know. I'm just reading way too into it, probably. Whatever. Letting the mind race, though, it's fun.
これが歴史シールと言われるものですが
Out of curiosity, how many hours do I have in the game so far? 17. It's a quick 17 hours. A close-up of the sumo sticker appeared on the screen as the announcer spoke. The instant I saw it, I leapt up from my chair, hallucinating that all the nightmares I'd seen so far were real booting and attacking me. I closed my eyes so that I couldn't see the sticker. The fact that you're acknowledging the terminology behind it, though, is really interesting. Like, he's sort of slowly accepting the fact that this is a possibility.
一説によりますと、これはデザイン学校の学生が自己表現のために貼り始めたという話もありますが、どんな理由であれ、迷惑行為であることに変わりはありません。
I fearfully opened my eyes and tried to catch my breath. The sticker on the screen was still staring at me with its creepy face, but nothing had happened to me. It is indeed a fake in that point. I'd seen the 11th Rorschach image on the basement of the hospital. That was the real sumo sticker, and it had a terrifying effect on me. But many of the stickers that were showing up around town were fakes, put up by people hoping to be part of the latest fad. They had no effect on me at all, aside from being slightly creepy. Why the again, lock your door! Why do you not lock your door? I recognized the voice, but I still fearfully turned around. I suddenly felt so tired that I almost dropped straight to the ground, but managed to stop myself.
いきなり何なんだよお前は。それは私が言いたいよ。タクってば外に聞こえるくらい大きな声出して、近所のみんなびっくりしてるよ。
I mean, they're neighbors, but they live in shacks.
発声練習だ。本当に?
Sure, yeah, voice training. I want to be a voice actor. Sarika looked at me worried.
でもタク、顔が真っ青。ひどい汗だし。
Sarika took a handkerchief out of her pocket and tried to wipe away my sweat.
いいよ、自分でやるから。
I grabbed the handkerchief from her and scrubbed the sweat off my forehead.
これ、明日洗って返すから。
気にしなくて OK だよ。タクの汗だったら汚いとか思わないし。
少しは気
Maybe she likes your sweat. Who knows at this fucking rate? Yeah, what are you doing there? I put the handkerchief in my pocket. Her face took a much more serious expression than usual as she slowly began to talk.
のんちゃんの話をね、聞いてあげてほしいの。
Finally acknowledging it.
今から
I mean, she talked, you know.
のんちゃんはね、明日でいいって、学校が終わったら青葉寮に来てほしいって言ってるけど、でも本当はタクにすぐにでも聞いてほしいんじゃないかなって思うんだ。
It's not like you're gonna sleep anyway, you know, you're already having panic attacks over simple things at this rate.
私が話しちゃってもいいんだけど、のんちゃん、自分でお話ししたいって。
そうか。
Sarika never took anything this seriously. It must have been something important.
わかった。これから青葉寮へ行ってみる。
That's my man.
オッケー。さすがタク。
Okay? The way she says okay, it just catches me off guard. She grinned and giggled a little, then grabbed the handkerchief out of my pocket.
いいからいいから。タクの汗の匂いをじっくり。
No! No! Please.
見ろよ。
Please.
それじゃあ。
I can't believe I called that. I fucking hate it. She squeezed her Garafroggy strap to say goodbye to Oh, I'm fucking upset. I gotta put on socks. Hold on, my feet are fucking freezing. That was a joke. I said it as a joke. My God. No, she wants it for your sweat. You know, if you sweat. And then she makes the same exact remark. Oh, I hate it. Before you started, CC, I responded to text with okay. It's Japanese spelling. I mean, hey. I wouldn't do that because it'd probably annoy everybody I'm talking to, and then I'd have to answer about 30 questions about why are you spelling okay like that. But with certain people, I probably would. God, I'm mad about that fucking sweat thing. As soon as she was gone, I tried to think. What could she want? Did I have something to do with what had happened? The idea scared me a little, so I got ready as soon as I could and left the RV. I hurried down the usual route I took to the Alba dorm, but... something was different. Something wasn't the same as it had been before. Something was wrong. I'd just come by this path on the way home from school, but... so what was this strange, dissonant feeling? Uh-oh. The walls and fence and streetlights, the stickers were staring at me from all directions. All of them were real. Not one of them were fake. It was all eerie, the 11th Rorschach image. Oh, that's gotta be torture. The scenery in front of me suddenly warped and twisted. I felt the mountain view I just drank coming back up in my throat, and I tried my best to keep it down. Not even if... don't scream that out loud, first off. No, even if Arima and Kunosato were right, I did have some kind of power. It was only a tiny little bit of power which I couldn't master and wasn't even good for anything. Don't look at me, I'm scared! There's no point in coming after me leaving. Okay. He's waking up the whole neighborhood. This was... it's the sound of a baby crying? But I doubted there were any babies in this park. So what was that voice? And then, all the stickers that were staring at me smiled. Weren't they smiling already? And then slowly, their eyes woo! Opened. It's such a cool effect. The way they do that, it's nice. I ran as fast as I could, not caring where I went. I just needed to escape from the 11th Rorschach somehow. But... No matter where I went. Where did Sarika go? She just kind of left and then... Alright, I don't know. No matter where I went. Here. And here. And here. There were so many of them. Were they really this many sumo stickers in Shibuya? How did I never notice? No matter where I went, it was like they were following me. Whoa, look at the budget in this. They're using sprites in a good way this time. That's kind of nice. I had no idea how long I've been running from the phantoms of the sumo stickers. But no matter where I ran, the whole city of Shibuya was covered in sumo stickers. And each time I saw one, I felt sick, dizzy, as if I was going to throw up. And add that to the exhaustion from running, and I was barely able to stand. Just when I'd reached the conclusion that there was nowhere left in Shibuya for me to rest anymore, I saw a silhouette crouched in an alley. There was a person clutching their arms to their tiny body. It looked like a stray cat. It was so different from the girl I was used to at first. I thought, what? I was used to? Oh, convenient. But when she looked up, I saw it was her.
Harimura.
Miyashiro.
何してるんだよ。
ちょっと気分が悪くて、あれのせいで。
I remember pointing behind her, but didn't turn around. That was enough to tell me what she was pointing at.
力士シールか。
Dank.
そっか。
Random.
先輩もひどい顔してる。ダメなんでしょ、あれ。
違う。僕は。
Dude, why can't you just admit it? Why can't you just say, yeah, this is killing me? Because if she's talking like it's... I just don't know. That would mean that instead of me going after the case would be coming after me.
なんだか急に数が増えたと思いません？あれ。
I remember his voice was so soft that it was hard to hear.
今、テレビなんかでも話題になってるから、情弱度もまで戦ってハリ。
Again on the wrong sliders?
しかも偽物だけじゃなくて本物のシールまで。
まったくだ。そういう連中はすぐに飽きるとは思うけど。
だといいんですけど。
Well, at least they didn't track down exactly where it lived, at least not visibly yet. But if there was a lot of stickers added to the entire city, it's not as much of a concern that there was a lot of stickers in that homeless park, you know? First thing I thought of was like, they know where he's at because they put a bunch of stickers up in the park there.
僕やクルスが育った養護施設だ。そこなら診察室があるから具合が悪くても休める。
はい、すみません。
立てるか？
それくらいはできます。
She seems like a good person whenever you push comes to shove, you know? She forced a smile and then ignored my outstretched hand and then stood up on her own. Why can't you just take a hand? Whatever. Getting to Alba Dorm was a miserable experience. I could feel the influence of the sumo stickers increasing with every step I took.
大丈夫？
はい。
Or so she said, but she didn't look good. I wasn't in a position to be worrying about anyone else either. That was the only thought that drove me forward. But suddenly... she appeared before us. So we're finally seeing this person again. Woman! It was a woman with a strange presence. If we'd been on the one whose typically crowded streets, I doubt we'd ever notice her. But on this empty street, it was impossible to miss. Her long hair covered most of her face, and with the street light on her back, I couldn't read her expression at all. I could see the strange, hungry light that shone from her eyes through the thick hair that was otherwise concealed her features. It was a dark light, one that somehow brought a deeper blackness, not illumination.
Senpai.
Arimuru's voice was shaking. She realized how strange the woman was too, and then my eyes met hers. The next instant, she laughed, or so it seemed to me. Her laugh was empty, but at the same time somehow satisfied. A laugh like evil itself, and it was nothing I'd ever heard in my life. And then in a raspy, unpleasant voice, she spoke. Uh-oh.
この女、やばい。
Alarm bells went off in my head. Where is this gonna go? I want to find out. My knees started to buckle. My instincts told me that she was dangerous. Arimura was staring at the woman, not moving a muscle. She probably couldn't have moved, even if she wanted to. It was like we were paralyzed.
Senpai, あの人。
Arimura barely got out the words.
能力者です。
A psychic? I didn't want to admit it, but just looking at the woman in front of me was enough to dash all my hopes. So you're admitting it now. This woman, her very existence was enough to make me believe. Okay. I'm a believe!
なんですか?
あの女の能力ってのは
I didn't know about any of the Gigalomaniac's powers besides Arimura's, but what I'd seen so far, some of them were a lot more dangerous than the ability to tell what someone was telling the truth. There had been more types, for instance, one that could be used as weapons. There was no doubt in my mind that this woman had some sort of power. Dude, you had all the chance. Didn't matter whether I believed or not. How could I have the information I needed at a time like this?
Arimura.
そんなの私にもわかりません。テレパシーなのか、プレコグニションなのか、クレアボヤンスなのか。ただ
Arimura's eyes were fixed on a single point. She probably couldn't look away.
あの人の能力はもっと危険な、人に害を与える力だと。
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. Dude, I'm fucking hungry. The woman started walking sluggishly toward us. Slowly. I finally realized that the reason she'd been on an off balance was she was dragging one leg. Why? Maybe she'd injured it, or maybe it had never worked right. She approached one step at a time, as if enjoying our fear. She took another step. A horrible smile was frozen on her face. Her eyes were looking straight at us as if it didn't want to let her prey escape. Honestly, just okay. Full disclosure. Reading this for stream and shit, first off, helps me pay more attention. But also, I don't know, I'm bad at reading scripts and stuff, so this is kind of nice for practice. But my body wouldn't move. My body had turned into stone, as if it was stared at by Medusa. I didn't think it would reference Medusa at a time like this, but you know, that's a good way to go about it. Then suddenly, the wind blew. The woman's long hair flew up, and I could see just a little of her face. Arimura gasped. The woman had been terribly burnt. Her face was covered in horrible burnt scars. The smile disappeared from her face. Instead, it was replaced by rage. There was nothing there but burning rage in the color of anger. She slowly brought her hands up, and then pushed them out toward us. What? Great, she's an arsonist. The artist. Okay. One moment. Sorry about that. Something came out, we want to make sure. Anyway. I'm here. Don't freak out too much if I leave. For some, not that I traded. Leave at a good time, but... A pillar of flame sprung up right where I was standing. There was a blast of heat and the awful stink of burning asphalt. A burning pain ran down through my cheek as if the heat struck it. I've never heard of pyrokinesis, but you know, you do you, man. She's cool, honestly. She waved her arm and then the next moment the space in front of me was a sea of crimson flames. Arimura and I tried our best to get away from the fire. I knew that meant the ability to create fire. If I remembered right, it was a word created by a famous novelist. All over the world there was historical records of unexplained fires breaking out for no clear reason. Spontaneous human combustion where a human body would suddenly burst into flame. One form of this incident took. It's verbose, but it's good. It's giving relative information that is, I don't know. And what's interesting too is I was actually watching a few videos about the spontaneous human combustion incidences and stuff, which is kind of funny. It's kind of interesting. But now real pyrokinesis is happening right in front of me. The next thing I knew, the woman was stretching her hands out toward me. I rolled along the ground with Arimura as long as at the exact moment the fire exploded outward. The smell of burning hair stung my nostrils. Oh my god. Looks like you're getting a haircut. We kept moving away, only barely dodging the burning flames. Pillar after pillar of fire appeared behind us. It looked like the flames had spread to a bike in some garage that were lying in the roadside, but I didn't have time to check. The woman was getting closer, dragging her leg as she walked. I tried to grab her hand and run, but... A fire appeared right in front of us, and as we tried to dodge it, we both lost our balance and fell to the ground. Did they get hit? The planter next to us was on fire. I looked up at the footsteps, got closer, and saw that the woman was right on top of us. She's gonna kill us. That was what was going through my mind as I lay there, frozen in terror. That wasn't an anime or a movie, this was reality. The pain from where I'd hit my leg when I fell. The pain from the burns. All those flames, the smell of melted asphalt. It was all real. Kunosato had said that the Google Maniac's power came from delusions, and not just any delusions. These delusions affected the brains of others, and through being shared, they became reality.
物理現象すらねじ曲げるんだよ。ギガロマニアックスの妄想と、それによって共通認識化された現実は。
What's important too is they're using this conversation earlier to reference and actually doing the recall, not recall, the flashback section. I think it helps solidify the, you know, what she's saying. You know, you see the real world effects of it in action instead of just, this is what happens, you know? This just kind of happens. You kind of have to figure it out, you know? You actually see this in action now. Yes, and because of that, impossible pyrokinesis was happening right in front of me. And that power was going to kill me and Arimura. Delusional flames would become reality, and in that reality we were going to be burned to death. It's just like the pacing and the writing and stuff, I think is a lot clearer to understand for most people. The woman slowly pointed her hands towards us. Maybe I was imagining, but the air around me seemed to grow hotter. I don't know if you're imagining at that point. Yeah. I don't want to die. I don't want to be roasted to death by these flames. I don't want to die. I still... A bigger spiral of flame than any we'd seen before had appeared before us, but at the same time... Oh, we're Pretty quick on the draw here. We're already here. Okay, alright, we're popping off. Frighteningly sharp. But frighteningly fragile, infinite and finite, phantasmal and real. Like all the ugliness and beauty of the world have been compressed into one object. Well, first off, the designs in this game so far have been a lot better, generally speaking. This one's pretty cool, though. I'd have to see all of them to really judge. It was clearly a different shape than Arimura's, but still, I could see it. But since I didn't know how to draw it, I just desperately struck the woman with every delusion I could muster. I imagined the sword slicing through her flames, and flung that image at her with my imagination.
Using the power of imagination, I'm going to kill my foe.
The burnt fangs that threatened to engulf the two of us exploded. I meant flames, but whatever. And then the fire danced like a snake. It flew in a straight line towards the woman who had created it. How? Just bounced it right back? Takuru is an airbender. the air delusionist. I don't know. The fire turned into a spiral that leapt at her. She fell over in shock. Was that my power? While I hadn't been looking, the dye sword had vanished from my vision. Arimura suddenly fell silent. I turned to see what she was looking at. As the air rippled from the smoke and heat and from the flames, the woman slowly stood up. I gasped at the color of her eyes. The fire that had been there a moment ago was gone. The light that burned with hatred was gone. There was only ice. Her eyes were ice, frozen, emotionless and piercing. Arimura and I couldn't move. It's the same effect, but complete opposite spectrum. Slowly, with an unsteady rhythm, the woman approached us. There goes that dog again. And then stopped a few steps away. Smoke was rising off of a garbage bin behind us. The planter by our sound was making crackling noises from the heat. There was nowhere to run before us, behind us, or anywhere else. So you're kind of shit out of luck. I couldn't even hear the bustle of town, but the beating of my heart sounded even louder. The sound of the saliva running down my throat, the sound of my breathing, the sound of the blood flowing. All these sounds offered proof that I was still alive. But still, they were gone. Oh, they would be gone, whatever. They would all disappear inside the burning flames. My legs shook. My eyes blurred with tears. I could barely speak, but the woman's expression didn't change, not even a little. And as she raised her hand toward me, I closed my eyes. I was going to. Huh? I slowly opened my eyes and then the woman was gone. She just gone. All the strength drained from my body, I collapsed on the ground. I thought I was a goner. I thought she would kill me for sure. Till a moment ago, she was definitely going to kill me. I could tell from her eyes. They were cold without a trace of doubt, uncertainty, or hesitation. So why hadn't she suddenly disappeared?
Arimura.
I looked up and saw that Arimura was standing there, staring at the spot where the woman had disappeared.
Senpai. どうしたんだ、有村。もしかして、まだ何か。
そうじゃないんです。
ただ。
怖くて。
Where'd she go?
ここですか。
とりあえず、ここなら平気だと思う。
Did you stop the fire from in your hair? Alright. After the attack by the pyrokinetic woman, I finally fled to the Arimura in Alba Dorm. With Arimura. Okay. I could probably get treatment for my burns here. Well, that's convenient. The front door was locked. I'd been so busy running around that I'd forgotten how late it was. I've been given a key to the door, but I didn't usually carry it on me. When I'd leave here, there was a spare key hidden in the grounds. I decided to look for it. Fortunately, the key was right where I remembered it. Why would you keep it in the... I wouldn't keep a door there. Like, I don't know. Part of me thought it wasn't a good idea to leave it here in the same place all the time, but maybe it was grateful. As I went from the exam room, Arimura still stood hesitantly by the entrance. I motioned for her to sit in the exam chair.
怪我の治療だけど。ご心配なく、これくらいなら自分でできますから。そう。
Good, I've gotten a little used to it, but I still didn't like the idea of touching her skin. Sure.
ああ、消毒液とかこれ使って。
I got some medicine, some cotton wool, and some adhesive bandages off the shelf and handed them over to her. Since this was a clinic, a lot of this medicines you would use for professionals. They were labeled in clearly written Japanese, so there was no way I could screw this up. Every time a new drug came in, it was Karisu's job to make the label and stick it on. She always said that if she didn't, Yui, Yuto, and I might take some by accident. She always been the type to worry about things like that. Well, the thing is though, like when you're dealing with something like that, you know, I don't know. I just see a good GIF I want to save here. I'm gonna click that open and leave it there for later. All right, anyway. She'd made me help with a lot of things like cooking too, didn't she? I shook my head in shocked that I was still thinking about those things when something much more important was going on. Go talk to her! Oh, this is nothing. I'm not hurting. Oh, I can't move! Alright. The disinfectant must have stung because she was wincing.
少し前まで。
じゃあ今は？
今は別の場所で一人で暮らしてる。
一人暮らしですか。いいですね。
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
まあね。
It's an RV in the middle of a homeless park, but you know, whatever, it's by myself. Fun fact, let's hear it. I hadn't really meant anything by it, but it was just the conversation I was leading.
知りたいですか?
In the anime, Hine pissed herself in fear in that scene. Are you fucking kidding me? They did that again? Again? They had to work that in. They had to work that in again somehow.
あ、いや、言いたくないならいいんだけど。
いいですよ、別にそれくらい。私は親戚の家で暮らしてます。実家。
That wasn't that earlier delusion too. If she was jealous of me living alone, did that mean that she wasn't getting along with her relatives?
あ、言っておきますけど、別に親戚の家でいじめられてるとか、そういう昭和のドラマみたいな。
Thank you.
いえ、変に誤解されても嫌だなと思って。
別に誤解なんてしてない。
やっぱり思ってたんですね。
Don't lie to her, she can tell you, she can tell. Having her know that if I was telling the truth or not made things difficult. It was probably difficult for Arimura herself to know exactly what someone was really thinking, whether she wanted to or not. That sort of explained how she acted at school. Unless she kept things at superficial level, acting like a goofball or telling jokes, she'd know what everyone really felt if it would crush her. Oh, Anna would crush her, whatever.
はい、終わりました。先輩。
Since Arimura seemed to have been finished, I sat down in a chair to take care of my own injuries. At the same time, the door in the back slowly opened.
タクル?
Oh no. I hoped that Karisu would be asleep. We're doing this again. Okay. Superfluous plus discuss equals joke. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Hold on. Us Americans don't use complicated words. Yeah. Being beyond what is required is sufficient. Oh. Again, that's not a common thing. It's not a common word that fucking, at least here in the States, not a common word. Without the pyrokinetics attack, I decided against it. If she saw me injured like this, she wouldn't have worried, so I plan to talk to her tomorrow instead.
何か音が聞こえるから気になって。
She's not going to ask about Arimura? Competitive chick? Yeah.
有村さん？お邪魔してまーす。
違うんだ、これは。
I wasn't out of some kind of weird late night date with her, and then we got to do a big fight where we both got hurt. But before I could say something which would probably only make her more suspicious, Kurusu saw us both and went pale.
二人とも怪我してるじゃない。
Alright, good. Her thoughts in the right place.
これは。
I knew this was coming. Her own injury hadn't healed yet, so when I saw her worried, it would pick my heart. Pick at my heart. Whatever. Bro, you shouldn't be out of bed in the first place. Kurusu grabbed the medicines I was carrying and started to patch me up.
いやいや、もう大丈夫っすよ。そんな適当な処置じゃダメ。後になったらどうするの？
She should just be a nurse.
デモは聞きません。わかった。はい。
Kurusu's no-nonsense attitude was enough to overwhelm even Arimura. She sat still and let Kurusu do whatever she wanted. Of course, when she was finished, she started on me.
何があったの？
それは。
What was I supposed to tell her?
できるだけ驚かさないように伝えるべきなんだろうけれど。
私たち、
ってストレートすぎるだろ、有村。
Off to a good start, Arimura. Alright. Arimura came straight out and told her what I was hesitating.
襲われた？はい。炎を操る力を持った女に。
Numb plus drunk equals anesthesia. I mean, that's kind of on the ball. It's in the ballpark, you know? I wouldn't call it drunk, but like, you know, intoxication, I guess, in a way, I guess there is a relationship. Kurusu's expression started to cloud over.
だから有村、余計なこと言うなよ。
I glared at her, but Arimura just shook her head.
こういう時は変に隠すとかえって嘘っぽくなるんですよ、先輩。相手にも余計な心配をかけます。
Take it from her. She hears a lot of lies and knows when they are. So.
つーか、宮代先輩の嘘って私の能力なんかなくても分かりやすいですし。
I guess that's true too.
有村さんの言う通りだわ。ちゃんと話して。
Just spill the beans. Spill the beans, man. Even though it sounds completely absurd that, you know, you were attacked by a psychic who controls fire in the middle of an alleyway nowhere. So, I told Kurusu what had happened, carefully choosing my words so as to not scare her. When I spoke, I had flashbacks of the terror I'd felt during the attack, and my voice started to shake. I couldn't help that.
ということで、理由は僕たちにもわからないんだ。でも、
Everything I said sounded unrealistic even to me, but Kurusu intently listened to every word. She just sat there and listened.
宮代先輩。
Arimura suddenly looked at me and spoke.
見えますか、それ。
Only then did I realize. I'd been so busy talking that I hadn't noticed, but something had appeared in the corner of my vision. And I remember the terror I'd felt during the attack that had brought this back up as well. There was no mistaking it. I whispered the words to myself and tried to visualize it more clearly, and then the hazy, indistinct image began to take shape. I reached out my hand towards the bizarre object, but for some reason I couldn't touch it.
タクル？何をしているの？
剣があるんだ、ここに。
剣？
Just imagining what Kurusu's seeing.
やっぱり出せるようになったんですね。自分のディソード。
Arimura said, yeah.
自分の？
はい。それが先輩のディソードですよ。ディソード。
An illusionary sword that could only be seen with the power of making delusions real.
僕はやっぱり能力者。
だからずっと言ってるじゃないですか。そうだ。
じゃあさっきの女、あれはやっぱり僕を。
Yes, ma'am.
私を狙った可能性ももちろんありますけど。
It's hard to tell. It really is because, there's not really a whole lot. Can't really ask her any questions, What I've been afraid of had become real. I want to pour some water. That woman, her eyes, her appearance, and her flames. I'm standing up and reading while walking backwards, reaching for this pitcher. Not doing it anymore. The burn marks on our bodies told me that this wasn't a dream. It was real. It's on skip mode? Nice. There we go. Fancy picture. Alright. Give me one more moment. Shoving this in this stupid fridge. Even though it's not need to be cold anymore. Anyway. At this rate I could be killed. Like the victims in Don't Look at Me and Revolving Dead. This is different from those, though, because those were triggered by a specific sequence of knocks.
有村さん。
It's different, Caruso suddenly interrupted our conversation.
あなたの知っていること、全部私に教えて。どうしてですか？誰が何のためにこんな事件を起こしているのか調べるの。
おい。
Stunned, I leaned in towards Caruso.
事件には関わるなってずっと言って。
Now you wanna get what?
遅いんでしょ？この先もタクルや有村さんが狙われるかもしれないのよね。
No switching gears. Yeah, I mean, I kind of saw that coming whenever she was looking at the picture of this child that was abducted. But also, like, they already went after them. I'd noticed earlier that something seemed a little strange about Caruso. She told me so many times to get involved in anything dangerous that I was sure that I told her, but okay. That's why even when I'd fled here, I still hadn't wanted to see her. But after I told her, instead of looking angry or raising her voice, her expression was firm and resolved.
ね、タクル。セリカから聞いてるかもしれないけど、話しておきたいことがあるの。実は私、あなたに言ってないことがあって。
Alright, let's hear it.
言ってない。
I kind of figured what it probably is at this point, but I felt a sudden pain in my heart. Her words reminded me of the last time when I was told that my parents were murdered. When I'd found out that the family rule at the Alba dorm that nobody kept secrets didn't apply to me, just everyone else. When I found out that I was the one person who was different from the rest of the family, and I knew Caruso remembered it too. She had almost brought herself to the verge of saying something, but her memories came back and stopped her. She kept opening and closing her mouth, only to finally fall silent. I almost never saw her like this.
僕なら大丈夫だ。
I balled my hands tightly into fists as if I was trying to tell this to myself, but...
今の僕はあの時とは違う。
Alright, wouldn't? I'm not who I was anymore, probably, so tell me. Okay. Was I just imagining things, or did Caruso's eyes just get a little wet? I couldn't bear to look at her, so I still
と
continued.
にかく言ってないことってのを聞かないと何が何だかわかんないだろ。
そうね。そうよね。ごめんなさい。
And then she slowly started to speak. This was what she said.
今度の事件、私は無関係じゃないの。
I never expected that. Caruso was involved in this case? What did she mean?
この前、あなたたちが忍び込んだっていう病院ね。
AH 東京総合病院。
ええ、その病院の地下のこと。
Okay, it's not quite what I thought it was.
前から。
は?
Okay, let's see. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was so sudden and surprising I couldn't even follow it. The basement under AH Tokyo General Hospital. She knew about that terrifying place? But how?
昔、千里がね。南沢千里のことよ。
南沢千里？
Minamisawa Senri. Yeah. I got it down yesterday, or not 2 days ago, or whatever. I did say it correctly. There's a few times where like I'd be reading and then that comes up. I'm like, you know.
どうして彼女？
それは、その、ね。
Kurusu paused and looked away, and then she showed me the phone on her hands.
これよ。
There's a picture on the phone. A happily smiling boy and 2 girls. The picture was old, but I recognized one of the girls as Kurusu and the boy as Kawahara. And there was a girl with them who had very gloomy eyes. It was without a doubt the girl whose data I'd seen in the facility, the one called Minamisawa Senri. See what I mean? It's harder to say out loud like that, especially like my tongue's twisted. Like when you know what I mean? There's like a strange cause where like I can't. Still wrong. I don't give a shit. But fucking there's like the muscles on your tongue or something, like it's like twisted underneath my tongue or something. I don't remember. I remember hearing about it a long time ago. I just never got it fixed. It was during the culture festival. Kawahara had said. It does, honestly, it probably gets in the way a lot. I just don't even know it.
地震で死んじまったけど、南沢ってやつはいつもクルスと一緒にいた。3人でよくつるんでたんだよ。
I can't roll my R's or anything like that either.
南沢って子が一緒だったって。
そう。この写真を撮った頃の私たちはいつも一緒に遊んでいたのよ。
Minamisawa Senri, who had been subjected to those awful human experiments, used to be Kurusu's friend?
センリはね、毎週日曜日にあの病院に通っていたわ。
じゃあ、クルスは
The back of my throat had gone dry and hurt terribly.
クルスは、あそこで何が行われていたのかも。
Kurusu bit her lip and slowly nodded.
当時子供だった私にはどうしようもなかったの。それが悔しくて悲しくて。
Kurusu looked down. Her face was twisted in pain as if she was being tortured. She was still a girl with a strong sense of right and wrong. Knowing her and her friends was being experimented on must have been terrible for her. And Kurusu had made me go through the same trauma that I did?
でも今はもう子供じゃない。逃げるわけにはいかないわ。私も事件のことを知っておかなきゃいけない。そうじゃないと誰も守れない。
クルス。
有村さん、お願い。全部教えて。
Alright, well now you're on the boat. Alright, cool. Was that really the right thing to do? I'd put Kurusu in danger before, and I was sending her down a dangerous path yet again.
仕方ないですね。
待ってくれ、有村。
I tried to stop Arimura, but Kurusu cut me off.
ねえ、タクル。今日あなたたちに怪我をさせたのが誰なのか、それはわからないわ。けど、何も知らないままじゃ、私は何もしてあげられない。ただうろたえるだけで何もできない。だから、全部聞かせて。私にも。羨ましいですね。あ、いえ、なんでもないです。で、クルス先輩に話しちゃってもいいんですか？
Huh. Alright, so I slowly nodded.
でも有村、クルスを巻き込む前に。
私に。
僕は、お前のことまだよくわからない。正直、信じていいのかどうかも。
なるほど。そうでしょうね。
It does make sense because you know, played him for damn fiddle a few times.
今は悪いやつじゃないような気がしてるんだ。だから聞いておきたいんだけど。
だから、
お前は少なくとも、僕らの敵じゃないんだよな。
So there'd be an ending to that phrase.
お前のせいで僕の大事な誰かが死んだりしないよな。
Ayamura thought for a moment and then she looked at me and Kurusu in turn. And then.
まあ、さっきは宮代先輩に助けてもらいましたし、恩をあだで返すってのもどうかと思うんで、誓っときます。私のことは先輩たちの味方だと思ってて問題ないですよ。
そっか。
おっと、ただしベタベタ慣れ合ったりするのとか大嫌いなんで、その辺はよろしく。
Then she smiled just a little. That may have been the first time I'd seen a real smile from her. Maybe. Maybe's the key word. October 12th, 2015, Monday. Still. Shinjo looked up at the huge white building and sighed loudly. Tokyo General Hospital. After Kurusu's report, I don't know. He decided to visit himself. It's almost midnight. Visiting hours were long over and he didn't have an official warrant. He was entirely in his own volition. But as he saw it, he was never getting a warrant the usual way, so this was his only shot. Normally he'd want to slowly, painstakingly build up a case, but it seemed to him that searching this hospital was so important that there just wasn't enough time to spare.
久野里美代の話が本当であることをまず確かめる。そうすれば、令状なんていくらでも出るようになるはずだ。
After his own investigations, he'd found that something strange had occurred happening here in 2007, 2 years before the earthquake. At the time, there was a treatment facility in Shibuya called the Urquhart Medical Association that was involved with some kind of cult. On the surface, it was a mental health clinic staffed with talents, doctors from university hospitals. There was no way to know if they'd actually been doing, but evidently some people had suspected that they were being brainwashed, But evidently some people had suspected that they were brainwashing troubled patients. But suddenly the facility had been reborn as a hospital with a non-profit assisted living facility, and all the doctors at Urquhart Medical had fired or rehired at Tokyo Gen. Alright. And then 6 years ago, there was the new Gen Madness. The fifth victim of the case was Takashina Fumio, the victim of the so-called brain-dead case who had been kept alive for a week after his brain was removed. Oh, he was alive for a week? Jesus, I forgot that. He worked at Tokyo General Hospital.
一体なんだこの気味の悪い符号は。
There was too much that seemed suspicious.
こういう時、先輩ならどうする?
What I'm really curious as to what happened to the main characters from the previous game. They could explain a lot of the situation. And then he shook his head. Do it your own way, that's what they... Okay. Either way, if he could get proof of what was in this facility's basement, the case would take a whole different turn. Even if there was something big lurking in the shadows behind his case, if he presented incontrovertible proof that the police would have no choice but to act. It wasn't just about the facility, after all. There was a lot of people involved, too. But the thing is, if this cult, or if the church is still active, wouldn't, maybe they have ties to the police? Maybe? The lives and the dignity of the victims who had been turned into test subjects also mattered.
人体実験か。胸くその悪い話だ。
Every year, almost 100,000 people went missing. If some of them had been forced into these experiences, that was a big problem.
それじゃあ一つ、行きますか。
His voice was somehow relaxed, yet driven as if he headed to the hospital. Sorry, I'm back. Atmosphere plus possess equals feelings. That's a strange one. I mean, it makes sense, but man, that's weird. He learned and memorized the location of the facility from Kunosato. He snuck in from the ER loading zone and headed for the basement. The temperature there was clearly different from the areas above. And then he went into the autopsy room.
確かここに地下への入り口があると。
He opened the breaker box and saw the card reader inside. He held out the card key that Kunosato had given him. And then he heard the sound of an opening door.
なるほどね。こりゃ尋常じゃないな。
There was a hidden staircase in the back of the autopsy room. A part of him that hadn't believed it until he'd seen it for himself, but now he was essentially sure. A normal hospital wouldn't need something like this. Shinjo stopped for a moment to take a breath, then headed down the stairs. There was an old hallway at the bottom. It smelled of mold and dust. When he turned on his pen light, he saw that it was an old facility and the walls were falling apart.
でも間違いなくここは使われている。
If no one visits a building, it rots away. Unless someone uses it every day, it won't last long. But this place was different. It was old and he was nearly certain someone was using it.
確かこの先だと言ってたな。
Shinjo followed the directions that Kunosato had given him as he headed towards his goal. His first stop was the monitoring room, which would have critical information on the facility. He wanted the data on the computer there. And then he wanted to find the room where the victims of the experiments were being kept. He turned down many corridors as he headed for his destination. The cell-like rooms he saw on the way concerned him, but they would wait for later. You want to get towards the back where the good stuff is and then head back and try to escape. You know, that's more important. Right now, the biggest job is to get the evidence he needed. Probably the best way to go about it. Shinjo finally found the spot he was looking for. He used his card key to unlock the door. Then he swallowed and put his hand on the doorknob. When he got inside, he saw... He quickly ran for the other room, the prison where Yomizoe Uki had been kept test subjects. He quickly found the room and flung open the door. And then he stood still in astonishment. There was nothing there. No victims, no beds. None of the things that Kunosato had told him about. The monitoring room had been empty too. There was no security cameras, no computers, nothing at all. All that remained was the simple fact that there was nothing left in it at all. Huh. So where the hell did they go? Where could you bring that stuff, you know? It's just a lot of stuff, and you can't do that, you know, within 2 days. I don't know. Secret organization, blah, blah.
今日はいろいろと事件について整理したいんだ。じゃ、行こうぜ。あ、悪いけど先行っててくれ。
Or was it all a delusion? Strokes beard.
なんだ、用でもあんのか？
用ってか、今日掃除当番。
I pointed to the other students who were moving the desks and sweeping the floors.
ああ。しかしなんで生徒に掃除とかさせるんだろうな。
確かにな。そもそも生徒が学校を掃除するなんて習慣があるのは。
Honestly, that's not a bad thing though. A lot of schools are shitholes as far as cleaning goes.
ああ、ストップ。一席ぶたなくていいから。じゃ、後でな。
あ。
Time to get this finished and head to the club room. I saw a scrap of paper lying on the floor next to the garbage bin. Someone had probably tried to throw it in the wastebasket and missed, then left it there. I really wish they'd think about people that had to do the cleaning before they did that. Sorry about that. I took a quick look around. There was another student named Tanaka right nearby who was mopping up the floor. Unfortunately, there was no one else around. Tanaka, that was the one throwaway name they mentioned, you know, they're referencing it again. I visualized the scrap of paper lifting off the ground. This was more difficult than you'd think. If you lost your concentration for even a moment, it wouldn't work. I took the scene I'd imagined and tried to strike Tanaka with it. And then...
Yes.
What? The scrap of paper floated up, just like I'd imagined, and then it floated into the garbage can.
Nice.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are?
You just... that quick. Alright, I'm on the ball. I can move this... Well, I mean, after he learned about how it works, seeing the pyrokinetics stuff going on. I'm gonna squint and then really think about it, and then, whoa, this piece of paper moved into the trash can. That's crazy, bro. She looked at me a little afraid.
ねえ、宮代くん。
No, I definitely did think, like, there's no way they're gonna go through the whole game without it, you know? That'd be bad.
あ、はい。なんですか？
今さ、なんか紙くずがね、勝手にゴミ箱に。
It's just kind of funny, see, like, oh wow, he moved it with his mind. I don't know, it's still kind of funny to me.
手も触れてないのにゴミ箱に入ったっていうか、ね
え。まさか何かの見間違いじゃないですか。
うん、そうだよね。
Still, she stared at the garbage can, unsatisfied.
ゴミ捨ててきたいんですけど、いいですか？
ごめんね。
I took the garbage can out of the hallway. Out into the hallway, whatever. More, I want to use this power more. No, don't just go flexing this shit off. Oh my god. It's already chapter 7, are you kidding me? Alright. Hold on, let me save. First of all, I'll do 4, I guess. The middle chapters are the shortest. I know. I'm just not used to it. Okay, so I started streaming earlier for a couple reasons. Mostly because things that I was planning on doing weren't ready yet or something like that. And then also, secondary reason, I have a surprise thing to do with the family that I need to do. So, I'm just gonna, let's stop it here for now. I know, I don't want to fucking leave, but stop it here for now. I'm just gonna, could you restart the stream scheduler, by the way? I'll give it a shot, yeah. Hopefully that fixes it for your end. Again, I can see it fine. I can ask Nim if he sees it fine too, I'm not sure. But, I'm not sure what the hell's going on with that. If that doesn't work, I can just give you the link for the Google Calendar itself if you really want it. But that's up to you, of course. But yeah, I'll stop here for now. I'll be back on probably within a couple hours. I'll let you know for sure, though. Yeah, normally I wouldn't stop streams as early, but kind of all over the place lately, I guess. Yeah. Okay with the EI. I got you. But yeah. That's the plan stand for now, I guess. I'm liking where this is going still. I'm excited to keep playing, man. Like, it's getting good. But yeah, I'll be back on. I'll let you guys know, I guess. Bye.